I'm in the minority today. I'm from private industry. My name is Patrick Santer. I'm the owner of Arcadia Design Works in Portland. Our group had the three academic research programs that we highlighted was some type of program that teaches economics of healthcare. It may be out there now, but we think that healthcare is a major issue that the state's going to have to face. We also mentioned energy and sustainability, and we also mentioned the environment. I'd also like to point out that last weekend I was a keynote speaker at the TEAM conference, which is the Technology Educators Association in Maine, and I was absolutely thrilled to see that there are middle school and high school arts and technology teachers are teaching almost college level classes to our 8th graders. To some degree there's maybe we're teaching them too quickly, but as Jake Ward pointed out, that if we can come up with practical models that teach an understanding of complex phenomena, that I think we'd be better off in educating our children and our young adults.
Thank you, and thank you for making the trip to be here. We're now up in, if I'm following my own numbering, 18, 20, 22, 24 representatives from those tables. Chip.
Chip Morrison, I'm with the Androscoggin County Chamber of Commerce. We didn't think up any new programs. We thought up some research initiatives that we thought ought to be undertaken. One, research into the whole area of globalization and what it means for all university programs, helping people learn about other cultures, which might not particularly be their languages. Secondly, research into the integration of programs in the system as a whole, looking at the 7 campuses and what they can offer each other and how we can undo some of the silos we've created. I put a footnote on that. I think that ought to include the community colleges. The research so we can make decisions on part of that, kind of a subset. Research on how we can make decisions on the use of resources based on real needs and real changes for chances for success, based on reliable workforce data, which would include the skills that John put up here, but those will change over time, and that needs to be built in continually. Finally, develop a process, an easy process for advising students so they can pursue interdisciplinary degrees, and maybe all degrees will ultimately become interdisciplinary. More individualizes courses of study, which includes service learning programs, which we find very helpful to people learning.
Frost, Dean of the College of Nursing and Health Professions at the University of Southern Maine. We were a little distracted, but we did come up with 8 ideas. Nursing and allied health, given the workforce needs, investments in innovation are critical if we're to meet the future needs of Maine's populace. We talked about innovation engineering across campuses, for example, a minor for students, and including faculty and administrators as a development workshop. Research areas, we too identify gerontology as well as wellness and holistic health across the system as areas to invest in so that we can take care of Mainers. More curricular intentionality and academic planning through innovation and conversations. Also, from a research standpoint, to look at the long-term implications of technology, of the increasing use of technology. For example, does it add value to existing processes? It may or may not. And secondly, the ergonomic and disability issues that arise from increasing uses of technology. A system-wide prior learning assessment would be invaluable to helping increase access to education. This would involve portfolio development and assessment that's transportable across campuses. The results of the assessment would be accepted across campuses, across the system. these portfolios could jumpstart a degree in adults who want to get back into education. And the dream would be that this would be followed by state-to-state reciprocity on prior learning assessment. That's a longer-range goal. Teaching general skills related to management. It came out from the workforce needs, what employers say they need: time, teamwork, project management. These are basic skills for graduates. Graduates also need life schools to prepare them for a lifetime of different careers, recognizing the economic benefits of basic life skills, whether it's physical activity or even cooking. Whether that's the responsibility of the university or not is open to question, but do our graduates have those skills? Another skill would be scientific literacy, looking at how do we ensure that in our in future generations. And finally, to evaluate partnerships between businesses and academic institutions to identify the best practices and disseminate them.
Hello, I'm Harlan Ansrud, professor here in the College of Engineering. I'm just going to raise a couple things that weren't brought up by others. One was we need information technology for all. Information technology crosses all disciplinary domains. We're all confronting this issue now. And we also need to reach out with this technology to help educate the older generation. That's a new market for all of us if we can reach out using distance education to our current workforces throughout the entire state of Maine. So that would be a good thing. We need to keep experimenting with curriculums to keep them germane. We need to integrate social sciences and humanities with the physical sciences. So again, let's not go to new majors, but let's keep reinventing what we already have and keep moving forward. And the final one, yes, we need to go, in terms of research, we need to go beyond the STEM disciplines, but in addition, even in the STEM area, we have some real shortcomings in the state. We have the lowest per capita population, I think, of graduate engineers in all of the nation, and therefore, rather than cutting back, we really need to build on the cores that we already have and reinvent, expand interdisciplinary type of connections among all.
Last. We're a couple minutes ahead of schedule. If there's somebody at an odd numbered table who has a crying need to report, I mean, who's just sitting there going, we're being foiled, we can think about it.
Hi, my name's Todd Gabe. I'm from the School of Economics at the University of Maine. Our table had a lively discussion and had trouble narrowing it down just to 3 areas, so we actually have 5 we're going to talk about, although they're very similar to what's already been brought up. Number 1, financial and economic literacy. Number 2, international studies, and this is broadly defined to include languages, economic, cultural aspects. Number 3, information technology. Number 4, expand the innovation engineering program to other campuses. And then number 5, kind of a home health care worker. By this, we're thinking broad in our definition here to include physical health, mental health, economic health, people that can go out into older people's homes and help keep them in their homes as opposed to going to nursing home and long-term facilities. Thank you.
Very good. Very crisply presented.